Listen to me. If you have been getting it right all your life and you get it wrong at the point of getting married, believe me sincerely, your hell will live on earth. That's just the truth, and I'm not joking about it. This is not from me. This is a fact that has been established, and this is the reason why there are a lot of divorces all around. And in a home that is broken, of course, the children in that home will pay the price. I don't want yours to be like that. So this question must be asked before you can say, this is the man I am taking to my family, or this is the man I am saying, yes, I do, so on the altar of God. The first question I will want you to ask that man is, of all the beautiful women that you have seen, of all the beautiful girls around you, why did you have to choose me? Why must it be me? Let him express himself. Let him tell you why you are the one he wants to choose above all women. That is very, very important. The reasons that is going to tell you will determine whether you're going to continue with that relationship or that marriage plan or not. So that is very, very important. Let him express himself. Let him tell you why he's choosing you above all the women. That will convince you enough to probably let you know that, okay, this man really wants me. I am the right person for this man. That will show you if in any circumstances is still going to choose you. If a man is choosing you because of your beauty, that beauty may fade away. Of course, as a woman, I'm telling you, some of us, when we have kids, there are some things that will change in our life, in our body, and all of that. And imagine if your man married you because of the beauty, after having a baby or two, you started losing that beauty, you started losing that coffee shape or whatever, what would happen? That is it. So this is the reason you must know why that man is choosing you above all other women. And that reason must be genuine. It must be genuine. I was once in a relationship and the person told me that like one of the reason he loves me was because I I was hardworking, and because he felt like if anything happens to him, I'll be able to take care of the home, I will be able to take care of the kids. What kind of thinking is that? And that statement kept coming back to me, because to me it was not right. It's not a good reason for you to choose a woman. Are you telling me that you want to die? Are you telling me that it will get to a stage that I will be the one feeding the home and no longer you, or no longer both of us? That the load will be on me. That's what it means. And that I was not comfortable with. So I have to be careful and rethink about my decision. So the reason must be something that must be genuine, that must be convincing enough that, okay, in any situation, I think that this man will still choose me because of this one reason. I am also going to choose this man again and again. So that question is very, very important. Why must it be me? Another question that I will want you to ask that man is, what's your relationship with God, and how does it affect your home? How do you think your relationship with God would affect your home? That is very, very important, because if you are a woman that you so much believe in God, or you don't so much believe in God, and the man you want to get married to so much believe in God, of course, it will be contradicting. Let me say, for instance, you want your children to be in church, you want them to get involved in the things of God, and the other man wants his children to get involved in things of maybe clubbing and all of that. Doesn't see any reason for them to be in church. He doesn't see any reason for them to be rooted in your God. Why are you choosing that man? Even the Bible says that you should not be unequally yoked with unbeliever. If your thinking about God, your belief about God is contradicting, why are you choosing such man? We discover that one of the things that shapes our life is religion, is your belief, not just your culture. Just as your culture shapes your life, your religion, the God that you believe in, shapes your life. Let me take for instance again, use that my past relationship again. That guy was going to one like white garment church, and was a Baptist member. Like, despite the fact that we are both Christian, the belief was not the same, because the other one believed in burning candle, praying in some certain ways, which does not go in line with my belief. I am not the type that really like going to white garments. I don't believe in it. But he believed in Baptist, but does not want to leave his white garment church. You see that two cannot work together except they agree. So we are not compatible. This I have known. This some of the questions I asked him, and he was like, okay, what if the children follows you to church? Why I attend my church? To me, it does not sit well, because how will my children follow me to church while you attend another church? When we get home, what do we want to talk about? How do we train our children? Is it going to be based on my own church or based on your church? Are you so sure that that is not going to change as time goes on in marriage? Are you so sure that that will not bring conflict? Because your belief in God will affect the kind of home you have. Let me say, for instance, I'm a Christian. My husband is a Christian. Yeah, so we believe in Christian home. Imagine me that I believe so much in Christian home, getting married to another person that believe in another thing. You see, there will be conflicts, because I would want to raise my child in a Christian home. I would want to raise my child in Christian environment, with Christian belief, with everything in me. And the other person will be contradicting. So even the children will get to a stage that they will be confused. So that does not work. That cannot work. If the other person believe does not go well with your own belief, what are you still doing together? It is not going to work. You don't need any other person to tell you that it is not going to work. Another is, what's your vision for marriage and the kind of home you want to build? This is very, very important too, because there are some people, they will tell you that I love to be far away from family. I would like them to be in another state while I'm in another state, to avoid misunderstanding or something. All of this you need to talk about. If you are the type that you love to be with your family, you love, like somebody like me, I love to be with my family. I love us to grow together. Imagine somebody like me that I love a home that is together. Like, I love us to live together, to build together, to be together, to grow together in one home. Imagine me now marrying to somebody who wants to stay in another state while his family stay in another state. There will be conflicts. You talk about the roles that you want to be playing. There's this content creator that I listened to. She was like, I knew that I am not that energetic, and I told my husband that when I was still with my parents, I don't do so much in the house. So I want a man that would not depend on me to take care of the home alone, but a man that will do things together. Like, that's the kind of person I am too. Despite the fact that I'm the last baby, I don't believe in doing things alone. In as much I'm not going to leave you to carry the financial responsibility alone, you are not supposed to leave me to carry the other responsibility alone too. So if you are this type of person and this is what your belief is, you talk about it. You talk about it. Your role in a home, maybe the home that prays together is what the kind of home that you want. You talk about it. If it's a home that travels, like the kind of home that you want to build is the ones that you go on vacations, the one that you enjoy yourself, you serve God or whatever, or you go to club. You talk about it. You must have vision the kind of home that you want to build. Then both of you need to talk about it, so that the other person will know how he or she fits into it. And if it's contradicting, you see that this is what you really want, it's contradicting, there's no reason for you to go back on it, then why do you have to force yourself in that relationship? The fact that you speak out about it would make the other person to be more flexible, to try and fix into your own purpose or something. So imagine if you don't talk about it, that's what will lead to, you don't tell me this is who you are, you don't tell me this is the kind of person you are, and all of that. So avoid all of that. Talk about it, question him, ask him that question, so that you will know whether you are the one that you are going to do everything, whether he's the one that is going to carry all the financial responsibility. Maybe you want to be full housewife, maybe he wants you to be a full housewife, maybe you want to be a career woman and still take care of your home and everything. Talk about everything, the kind of home you want to be. Maybe it's the kind of home that everybody will dress up in the morning to go to their various offices, while the children goes to wherever, like school, or the kind of home that one will be at home taking care of or something. Talk about it. These are very, very important and relevant questions to talk about before saying I do to that man. Is this saying that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage? Once you say I do and you are saying I'm not doing it again, that will give you a mark forever. Yeah, because you are no longer single, you are a divorcee. And that's what people will know you to be. Another question that you must ask is, what's your perspective about children's raising or parenting? Are you supposed to co-parent together, or one person must take the role? You are the mother, you are the one that have to train that children, you are the one that have to be there for them and all of that. They don't need me. So you have to talk about it to know if is a father that will be available for his children, to know if is somebody that have vision for their children, to know if is a person that would be impulsive on that child, on his or her children. Do you understand? So this is very, very important, so that it will make it easier for you to parent your children. And through that, you will know whether if anything happen after marriage, God forbid, you are unable to conceive for some weeks or for some years, or like you are unable to conceive, will that person still choose you? Will you send you packing because you are still trying to conceive? When you ask this question, it makes you understand the kind of children that you give birth to, how intentional you will be in parenting your children, in protecting them, in protecting their future. You don't need to know everything about parenting, because parenting is continuous learning. So you don't expect the person to know everything. Maybe like because even you yourself, you don't know everything. Just you should know some basic things about parenting. You should have some vision. You should have vision about the kind of children he or she wants to bring to the world, the numbers of children you want to have. Difficult for you to have those children. What would happen? Will the other person leave you to another person or something? These questions are very, very important. Would you be left alone to carry your cross? And this will enable you to know how that man will treat you when you are pregnant. It will enable you to know how the man will treat you when you are facing postpartum depression, when you are still taking care of those kids, whether he cares about how your body is responding to postpartum or all of that. So these questions are very, very important. That is why you see many marriage crashing after having their first baby. You see a lot of problem in marriages, like after having their first kids. How will you handle money and financial decisions? Yeah, just like I said, some people will say that, okay, I don't want my wife to work. I want a full housewife. And imagine if you are the type that you want to work, you are a career woman, and you want to be fulfilled in that your career. How would you do it? So this thing, you must talk about it. Imagine me getting married to somebody telling me that you have to be a full housewife. It's not going to be easy for me. No, no, no. It's not for me. So if you are the type that you love to be full housewife, and you are getting married to a man that wants you to be a career woman, or to be financially dependent, there will be crisis, because the man will be seeing you as if you are lazy or something, and you may not be. But because you are not bringing money home, you are not supporting him financially, you are depending so much on him financially for basically everything you want to do. He will get exhausted, and because he does not see marriage to be like that. So these things, you have to talk about it. You have to talk about it, because you will know, even if after you might have worked so much, make your money, if is the kind of man that will be depending on you for finance. If it's the type of man that believes so much in, okay, just bring money home and let's make use of your money. Do you understand? So you get to know the kind of man that you want to get involved with through such questions. And if it's something that is not sitting well with you, you let go. Because of course, a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. This is another very, very important question. You ask that man, what is your purpose in life and how do I fix into it? The reason why I said it's a very, very important question is that many people don't even know their purpose. If you don't know your purpose, please try and know your purpose. Maybe you pray about it or something. Please know your purpose before you can even say to a woman that you want to marry her, or say to a man that you are ready to be his wife. Because your purpose determines your success in life. Your purpose in life is the reason why you are on earth. So when you get it right, let me take for instance, your purpose in life is to be a pastor, and you are marrying somebody that does not have the strength of being a pastor's wife. There will be conflict. So you have to talk about it before going into that marriage. The fact that you cannot be a pastor's wife does not mean that you are not a Christian. Do you understand? So you have to talk about these things. It's not after marriage that you now tell your wife that it's God that is calling me to pastor school or something. No. She has to be prepared. She has to know how she could fix into your purpose. Even you as a wife, you should know your purpose in life. You should know where you are heading. the reason why you are doing all of those things that you are doing, the main goal you want to achieve in life, so that you know how to help each other in achieving such purpose. And if the purpose are contradicting, I feel like you need to think about it very well. You need to rethink about your decision. What's your long life goals and ambition? Which I have briefly talked about purpose. Like in your ambition, maybe you want to be a very wealthy man. At the end of your life, you want to be traveling out of the country. You want to gyrate around, or you want to be a pastor. I don't know why I keep mentioning pastor. Anyways, like your long-term ambition, your long-term goals. Maybe probably you are like, okay, oh, by the time I'm 60, I want to retire. By the time I'm 45, I want to retire. I don't want to do any work again. Or by the time I'm this, by the time I'm that, I want to retire in Canada. I want to retire in USA, or I want to retire back in my village. All of that you need to talk about, because if you want to retire in your village and the other person does not even want to know your village, there will be conflicts. So your long-term goals, maybe your career long-term goals, your retirement long-term goals, or whatever long-term goals that you have, must be talked about to the person that you want to work together in your life journey. So if that sits well with the other person, then it will go with you. And if it does not sit well, then you leave the person to rethink before making decision. How do you handle conflicts? Are you the type that when you are angry, you leave, or you are the type that you talk anyhow? Let the person know so that you will know how you can help the other person. Then you will know if it's something that you can handle, or if it's something that the person needs help, so that you can easily help the person before even going into marriage. Because that's why some people, you see them killing their wives, killing their husband due to anger, instead of them to maybe when they are angry leave the house for the woman, or leave the house for the or whatever, so that until they feel better, then they talk about it. How do you handle it? How do you deal with temptation? Wow. Yeah, because temptation is all around. Are you the type that believe that men are polygamy in nature, that you don't believe that women are polygamy in nature too? How do you handle all of that? Are you the type that you cannot stay in a room with another sex without without you be at rose or something? Talk about it so that your other person will know your weakness and know how to handle it. So that if you know you have a husband that is so strong emotional, and somebody is telling you that I see him somewhere with one lady, you can easily say that let him be there. He can handle himself. I trust him. And if it's the type of man that you know that this man cannot handle himself, and they are telling you that that man is somewhere and all, you can call him, help him. I heard that you are somewhere. Are you fine? And all of that. You can talk about it when you see something like this. When you see any temptation, this is what you do. This is what you do, and through that you help him get better in with his emotion. Another thing is, do you have any baggage that could affect your future? Like, has he ever been married? Do you have kids? How many kids do you have? You should talk about all of that. You should know all of that before saying yes, I do. To avoid, and I did not know that he had got two kids, and the other person will tell you that you two did not ask me if I have had any or not. So that is very, very important. Ask him about his kids. Ask him about his baggage, whatever he has done in the past that could affect, not everything that he has done in the past, but what he has done in the past that could affect the future. Like some people will tell you that I was a chronic smoker before. Some people will tell you that I was an addict drinker before. All of these things should be talked about. All of these things should be talked about so that you will know how to get yourself better prepared for anything that may come after, and you would know how to help the man that you want to marry, or better still, make a right decision. These are the questions that are very, very important to ask when you are going into marriage with that Mr. Right. Don't let love, don't let and cuteness, don't let money or whatever be more attractive to you than your future. Your future matters, the future of your kids matters. So these are very, very important questions that you must ask. Another thing that you need to ask is medical condition or family illness. Like you ask about the genotype, the blood group, and if there is any illness that the person is having, or they are having in their family, maybe like diabetics, maybe their mental illness. I know that there are some people that will not want to tell you the real truth about all of this. But as a woman, you should be observant. You should know when somebody is lying to you through the gift of the Holy Spirit, and when somebody is really telling you the truth. So which is why we must be prayerful, because your life after marriage is in the hand of God and in the hand of your husband. So you need to choose very, very well. You need to choose right. You need to choose right. It's very, very important. Just like I said, you have been making the right decision all your life, and at the end of the day, you made bad decision with whom you married. That's the end of it. You need to ask all of these questions. Forget about love. Love is no longer blind. Yeah, love is no longer blind. Is there anything that you think I did not talk about? Is there any question that you think that I did not mention in the course of this video? Mention it below in the comment section. And is there any question that you think that is the best question that a woman should ask, or the question that you yourself asked your husband before you said I do to him? Comment it below in the comment section, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, like, share, put on your notification bell, so that when next we have videos, you'll be the first to be notified. Remember, your mental health matters. It is very, very important to take care of your mental health. Therapy for your soul, strength for your journey. And I will see you again in my next video. Bye.